Guys, welcome to the next season, the new season of Recline and Unwind. It is fall, and as promised, Bryan has joined me this month for the podcast, and it's exciting because again, it's fall, it's Halloween season soon, um, and so a whole bunch of spooky stuff. As you guys can see, if you guys are on Spotify, we have a temporary new logo with the fall colors. It's a nice orange logo. Um, so we got that going on. And today is actually a pretty fun episode because we're gonna be doing something that I've been seeing a lot on YouTube and etc. We're gonna read Reddit stuff. I'm never really on Reddit, and this should be interesting because we're gonna read the "Am I the asshole" things, but only for Halloween themed um, topics or stories. So I will be streaming it for Bryan and I to read. And let's get on with it. Bryan, is there anything that you're looking forward to this fall before we start?
Cold. I'm sick and tired of like the heat.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of tired of it too, dude. It's been so annoying. And right as we think it's getting colder, it just got hot all of a sudden. And
I hit 80 out of nowhere, and I was like, bro,
yeah, it was so lame. I wasn't having it. I was like, really? Like this has to happen. But yeah, all right. So let's do this. Um, there's one that I see here about ruining thousands of kids' Halloween. So
oh, nice.
let's check it out. Oh, it's a long story. Okay. And we will be streaming it now. We're doing a different platform now because we used to be doing it on Zoom. Now we're doing it on Discord, and it just works out so much better anyway. So this is the "Am I the asshole" story, Bryan, and I'll read it out loud, and then we can just follow. It's from 3 years ago, so it is. It is what it is, right? So let's start. Someone said not the final verdict that it says here is not the asshole. So let's find out. I live in a large neighborhood, about 90 houses. We are what's considered the rich neighborhood, so our neighborhood has always been a hotspot for trick or treaters. We used to get about 700 to 1,000 kids a year. I've always loved getting trick or treaters because my kids are teens now and don't trick or treat anymore. But in the last 4 years, it's gotten ridiculous. There's thousands of kids and their parents flooding the streets. People with hay in their rigs carrying kids around, trampling yards, littering candy wrappers everywhere, and the amount of small children walking around by themselves is appalling. People from the neighboring town of 30,000 people take their kids to my neighborhood. That sounds like a pain. I was annoyed, but I never
Oh
really
man.
did anything about it till 2 years ago. My daughter tripped and broke her arm. Oh crap! We didn't think it was a break, but we wanted to go out to the ER anyway and get it checked out. And there were so many people in our neighborhood we couldn't get out. There were cars everywhere, lining the streets, parked in people's yards. It was horrible. We had to wait until everyone left about 1 a.m. Oh my god, to go to the hospital. My daughter had to wait in pain for hours. At that point, I was done. I contacted the neighborhood community and we managed to get some folks, cops, to stand at the gate with a list and only let in certain people. So, just keeping it to the people that live there. If you wanted
Mhm.
to get in, you had to be close to someone in the neighborhood. It was great. There were only about 300 kids in the neighborhood, and after, there are barely any trash. And we're doing it again this year. I recently told my sister what I have done, and she got really angry. When we were kids, we had to trick or treat in other neighborhoods because we lived in a trailer park with no other kids. She told me I was a horrible person for ruining thousands of kids' Halloween, but honestly, I'm not too broken up about it. It was a hazard. There was a fire or an emergency. No one would be able to get in to help. When I was a kid, there was never any cars lining the streets. The residences could get out if they wanted. It was never dangerous. I don't think I'm in the wrong, but I've always respected my sister's opinion. Info: there was no one in the cars. They were parked in the middle of the road and in yards, so there was no way for an ambulance to get through unless every driver in that neighborhood at the same time went to their cars at the same time and drove out. My daughter was 13 in that awkward phase and she doesn't want to bother anyone for help and said it didn't hurt that bad. Are they the
Ooh.
asshole?
Honestly, no. I
No,
agree with
right?
the
Yeah,
verdict. No,
me neither. I
because
don't.
that's a terrible hazard, my guy.
I
It's so bad.
I don't think she's. Is it a she, he, whatever? I don't think they're the asshole whatsoever. Because if it's getting that bad, and they said there's a fire, right? They said there was a
No, no,
fire.
it said that in case that there's a fire, an ambulance wouldn't be able to get in, and they wouldn't
Oh
be able
yeah,
to get out.
if there was a fire, yeah. Like if it's that packed,
That's
like
just terrible.
you grew up in that neighborhood, man. You really don't want that many people in there anyway. Like
Yeah.
I don't think she's the asshole. Especially if something happened to her daughter already, I wouldn't be so so crazy about having more people there. Definitely agree with her. Um, or I don't know, he, she, whatever. They're not the asshole. Let's see. What other people respond? People still need to behave. The kids can have fun. Parents are just actually have to parent them now because someone else is watching. Your neighborhood is not set up for a carnival. If the number of people in vehicles obstruct essential services, then that's beyond ridiculous. Oh, so wait, this was 3 years ago when COVID had
Hmm.
was still like strong, because they say also let's not forget about the plague at the moment. So all right, they're definitely not the asshole, dude. It's 30,000 people or more.
Yeah,
No,
that's
not thirty
that's
thousand.
wild.
A town of 30,000, and it's during COVID. The parents should have taught their kids to respect other people's property. Other people have to do the same thing. Yeah, they're not the asshole. I agree.
Next one.
Next one. All right, I'm gonna close this before we get on to the next one. All right, there's one that I just found here. Am I the asshole for making my daughter return a Halloween costume? So they made it as the asshole, that they're the asshole.
Hmm.
Let's find out why. This happened in October, and my daughter is still acting cold and hardly speaking to me. My daughter, so she's 16 years old, works an after school job 5 days a week. Her high school had a costume contest for Halloween. My daughter and her friends planned a group costume to enter. She went with her friends to buy costumes. Okay, I picked her and her friends up from the store, and they showed me their costumes. My daughter spent $80 on hers. I was pissed. That's a lot of money to spend on something you're going to wear for a few hours. Very irresponsible use of money. I told her as much in the car as I told her as much in the car. Told her it was ridiculous. Okay, I dropped her friends off and took her back to the store to return the costume and accessories. Her friends found someone else to take. Oh my god, to take her place in the group, and they won a contest and a $100 Visa gift card to split. My daughter came home from school on Halloween upset. She claimed she had to sit and watch while her friends had fun, and she missed out on everything. I pointed it out to her after splitting the gift card. It would be way less than she spent on the costume, and it was only a few hours, but they didn't want to listen to reason. Now, a month later, and she's still moody and mostly ignoring me. My ex husband told me I made her miss out, and she works so much. She worked so much she missed out on a lot of stuff with her friends, and I could have let her have this. But at the end of the day, I saved $80. I was just trying to teach my daughter how to be responsible with money, and she could have gotten a cheap costume, especially since she would have only worn it for a few hours. What a dick.
Honestly,
That's fucked up.
yeah, nah. I mean, you're ruining one of your child's like childhood experiences, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and on top of that, she's making her own money. How is that like saving $80? It's her own money to spend. It's not your money to spend, you know?
Oh
She may be
yeah.
16, but it's still like her money.
Yeah.
It's not like she asked her for like the $80. No, she spent it on her own.
The person never said that they lent her any money. It was her own money. She could do. Yeah, I saved her 30. She could do whatever the hell she wants with her money. Like she's young. She
Exactly.
wants to experience all this.
Fuck, and kids make mistakes. Eventually, you could have just told her afterwards, like, hey, I really think this is a waste of money, but if you really want to do it, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's your money.
Yeah,
But
it's all about it's all about memories too. Like, sure they win a Visa gift card and they split it, whatever. They have less money, but it's all about doing fun things with your friends. And if this is how they were over a costume, I can only imagine what the Christmas presents were like.
oh my God,
You know,
imagine,
if you
bro.
like, I get it, money is tough, it's tight, but like I'm sure they wouldn't stop spending that much money for Christmas because it's all about memories too. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, you're ruining something that your kid's gonna remember for the rest of their lives. And it's like, what
Exactly.
was it for?
All right, let's see what it says. I was just trying to teach my daughter how to be responsible. Like, I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's responsible
She's
with her
16.
money. I'm sure she's
She's already
responsible with her
responsible.
money.
She has a job that's 5 days a week. She works after school. She's managing her time to get to school, do her job, and also do her homework. How is she not responsible?
And
That
she,
doesn't like that doesn't make any sense.
exactly. If she's doing all that, it's 5 days a week that she works. That is crazy. That is
Yeah,
insane. She could have had that. She definitely could have had that. Okay.
honestly.
Original poster has offered the following explanation why I think I might be the asshole. Making my daughter spend. She missed out on the price for the costume. It's still cold towards me. Let's see what they said. You're the asshole. Congrats. You strained your relationship with your daughter for $80 that weren't even yours.
There
That's
you go.
true. That's true.
YTA came here the same exact thing.
What mom thought she was teaching? How to make responsible decisions about money, how sacrifices to be made in the future. What mom actually taught her daughter. It's better to lie to her mom about how much things cost as to avoid and to avoid being humiliated in front of her friends. Don't include mom in decisions, especially ones that involve money. Don't share plans with mom in case she tries to control the outcome. Save up as much money so she can move out ASAP.
Honestly, I didn't notice the first one. I just remembered that she said that she was telling her the entire time in the car with her friends that she was wasting her money on the gift, and then she dropped off her friends and dropped her
Oh
and told her to
yeah.
return the costume.
In
That
front of
is
her
such a big
friends.
humiliation, man. That is
That
terrible.
sucks. So in the car, they were probably already getting ready to like choose somebody else to be
Yeah,
in
they're
there.
probably like, oh, if you have to return it, it is what it is, but we're gonna
Yeah,
have to choose someone else.
we gotta find somebody else. Let's see.
Bro, that's crazy.
This or um, having had similar mother, I can say that she actually breeding an atmosphere where daughter omits the truth and lies to mom in order to avoid unnecessary conflict. You're the asshole. Your daughter works. She earns money. Her money. As long as her obligations are taken care of, what does it matter if she splurges $80 on the costume? She can reuse it another time. Just being a parent doesn't give you control over control of money she earns during her work. She's paying $80 to have a great time with her friends. Yeah, I agree.
There you go.
Well, you want to teach your daughter the value of saving. What she learned, the mother cares more about money than friendships and her daughter's happiness. Furthermore, you taught her to be that you will micromanage her until she moves out. Original poster doesn't let kids spend $80 she earned. Also, shocked when a kid works her way through college and is living with her dad. Yeah, yeah. She all it says here, they're all saying that she made her own money. $80 for a wonderful memory and experience. Unfortunately, she always remember this Halloween and how you ruined it for her. Damn.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's gonna instead of being a childhood memory, that's gonna be a childhood scar.
Yo, honestly. It's $80. You missed on the price. Damn.
Like I get it, you're her parent, and I get you're trying to do something, but at the end of the day, if you remember yourself back when you were a kid and you wish you could have done things like this, then just leave her be.
Yeah, let her be. Like, they don't get many of these, and she's never gonna be able to redo it, honestly, because no matter how many
She's not
times
gonna
she
be
redoes
16
it,
again.
exactly. No matter how many times she redoes it, she's always gonna remember that she had to redo it because her mom didn't let her do it the first time.
Oh man, that one was pretty bad.
I'd be mad, man. All right, let's look at another one. Am I the asshole for taking our son trick or treating without my wife?
Oh
Um.
my
Oh,
god.
they removed it.
Uh,
Oh,
makes
dang.
sense.
That
Makes
would have been
sense.
funny.
That would have been crazy. That sounded like a very crazy prompt.
Um.
Ooh.
Oh, this one looks crazy. No, that's funny. Okay.
Oh no.
Am I the asshole for indirectly telling children to fuck off on Halloween?
Oh
Yo.
shit.
Okay. Um, my long distance boyfriend, I'm female, obviously, was obviously. Oh my god, this is already like I'm female, obviously. Like, bro, we don't care if you're male or female, whatever. Was over at my house over the past weekend through yesterday. We had planned to spend our time together around Halloween, as we'd be doing things together the whole night. We had already decided not to let trick-or-treaters knock on the door, nor did we put out a bowl of candy. It was my boyfriend's idea to put a piece of paper on the door that said "keep out," which later evolved to "stay away," and ultimately we decided on "fuck off." All our lights and porch lights would be off, so nobody would see it anyway. It's good to know. It's good to know that it's there. At 8:30 or so, while we were watching a disgusting yet sensual film, we heard loud banging on the door. I took my time to put on a bathrobe, but heard something like "You'd better get out here," and more banging, so I rushed out. A woman on the younger side of old, dressed in that one T-Rex costume, was standing out there with a flashlight and 3 or 5 kids behind her. Before proceeding to tear me to pieces, she yelled at the kids to stay back because I apparently wasn't dressed. The stranger scolded at me for luring her kids to my house only to teach them a word that they shouldn't know. I was very weirded out by this and even more confused when she asked for candy. I said we didn't have any, and she said good. She then stood at my door for several seconds without saying anything, so I asked her to leave with her grandkids, which after she told me she was waiting for me to remove the hateful sign on my door. She also corrected me that they were her kids, so I walked out onto the porch, took the piece of paper off the door, threw it away in the trash can 2 feet away, and planned to shut the door, but they were still there. I asked why, and she said they were still waiting for candy, so I just slammed the door. Everything that day had gone all wrong and been trampled on and lost and thrown away. All right, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Got to the hallway, well on my way to my love in bed, but before I got to my room, he told me to keep my bathroom on because the old woman was apparently walking around our house. He saw her through the window. I didn't know what happened after, but the whole thing was weird and creepy. Am I the asshole, or is this woman ridiculous? Nobody carries a flashlight to a house that obviously doesn't have any candy, right?
I'm a little 50-50 on this.
Yeah. All right.
Mostly because
Go.
it's
Yeah.
her property. She can do whatever she wants. It's like she could put that sign up. She can put up as many signs as she can.
Right.
But at the same time, you also have to understand there's kids out there that shouldn't be learning those kind of words. Like, not saying it like as a perspective person, but like saying it as like putting my shoes in the shoes of my parents. Like, they wouldn't have like that either.
Oh yeah, but
Like that would have caused mad problems back in the cul-de-sac, you know.
uh, I guess the issue would have been like the fuck off, but at the same time, it's like I get it, they're kids, you know, whatever.
Could have just put up a sign. We don't have candy. Don't do trick or treating.
Yeah, it's just I
don't
don't
know. Christian households. Just make up some other kind of bullshit that will get you off of like the.
or like not home.
Like,
When it comes to that, yeah, like maybe those words were not right. I don't know how it evolved from keep out to stay away and then to fuck off. Just to stay away. You could have just said we don't have just we don't have candy. There's no reason to write keep out or any of that. Fuck off is a bit much. In terms in that sense, I kind of understand it. I would still say that they're not the asshole because of what happened. Like let's say let's say this whole scenario of this lady with the T-Rex costume and all that didn't happen. I could see why she would be the asshole. Because it is kind of like out of pocket. Like, why are you saying fuck off, right? One. But all this happened, and you know, as I'm explaining my POV, I'm kind of like saying like maybe she is the asshole. But you know, I don't know. The fuck off, might have been.
The fuck off was too much.
Yeah. There's other ways of putting it for sure.
And the lady that came up to her and like just like started like, roaming around her house, that was worse. Like that just worse.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
oh, Brian, you're like glitching a little bit, dude. I don't know if it's my internet or yours. This is crazy. It might be my internet. I'm not gonna lie to you. Usually it's fine, but
well, no.
Okay, now I can hear you. I think it might be my internet. I don't know. Yeah. Damn. So what? It's 50-50, but if we had to give it a final verdict, what would you say?
I don't say she is the asshole. Like if like it all comes down to like this is happened because of your indirect actions.
Yeah.
Like, just shouldn't have done that. Not saying that the other person was in the either. I'm just saying that could have all been avoided without the whole fuck.
I agree. Yeah. Like all this happened because she could have used a different sign for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
just no candy or not home. That's it.
yeah. Um, let's see what they put.
This what?
Okay, so they're saying FYI, having a boyfriend doesn't automatically make you female, obviously. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That was. Yeah. I was
That,
like, you could be a guy, you could be gay, you know.
yeah, exactly. You don't gotta put female, obviously. Like, what the hell? They're probably
Ego.
from like one of those weird states. You're the asshole for a couple of reasons. One, for that first sentence, homophobes are automatically the asshole in every instance. Secondly, for putting up a sign that says "fuck off," where kids could see it on the one night of the year when anyone with a half brain would know at least one kid would ignore that light being off. Okay. It's very important to know she's straight because the story would have been so different. That's funny. Um. Okay, so a lot of them are saying you're the asshole just for that first sentence. You're the asshole. On Halloween, if you aren't giving out candy, you turn off all the lights, especially the porch light. Even if they do knock, you don't enter the door and they just walk away. There's no need to write a sign. Writing a sign with typical Halloween phrases like keep out and answering the door without candy is a worse idea. Writing it to say fuck off is definitely a bad idea. And answering the door and writing a fuck off sign makes it seem like you want a confrontation. Next, you just turn off the lights and act like you're not home or go out to dinner. For the first sentence. You're the asshole for the first
Yeah,
sentence.
go out to a movie.
Yeah, it's Halloween. Go watch a scary movie. Go watch Saw 10. Is that what's out now? Yeah, Saw 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, she may have been in the wrong, but she also, but cause and effect. Yeah, cause and effect. Yeah, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, asshole for female, obviously. And kinda because no, and kinda for the sign. It wasn't necessary. It's night where you know people might come to your door, which is why the sign is there. And I'm the obviously female. Gets you bonus points for the asshole. No need for the sign to be rude. Yeah. Yeah, this one was an interesting one. Because it divided me for a little bit. Pause.
Hey, you.
Let's go for one more. Let's see what they got. Let's try to find a juicy one.
Bet. Oh man, that last one was funny though.
It was.
Like, bro, what are you doing? But just kids.
Let's find one. Am I the asshole for kicking? Nice,
Goomba.
Goomba. Am I the asshole for kicking my boyfriend's girl best friend out of my Halloween party because of her costume?
Wait, what? Her boyfriend's girlfriends?
Her boyfriend's girl best friend.
Her boyfriend's.
Huh.
My asshole. My boyfriend's girl best friend out of my Halloween party. Interesting.
Let's find out. Hi everyone.
Oh, this doesn't have a verdict.
Yeah, it has no verdict, so we get to decide. All right, I'll cut to the chase. She's female, 19, had a Halloween party over the weekend. I invited my boyfriend, 21 male, and a bunch of our friends over, including his girl best friend. I'll call her Agatha. Out of all names, why are you calling her Agatha?
The queen of the witches, man.
My boyfriend and I had decided to dress up as Peter Pumpkin Eater. If you haven't seen the costume, the guy wears a shirt that says Peter, and the girl dresses up as a pumpkin because, well, you know. I get it.
That's funny.
I was pretty excited just because I thought it was funny and cute costume. Agatha texted me the night before the party and asked what my costume was going to be. I explained the couple's costume my boyfriend and I would be wearing, and she replied that she would probably just come as a sexy cat. All right. Fast forward to the night of the party. Everyone is having fun, and it's a nice time. Well, it was until Agatha walked in dressed as a pumpkin. She went over and hugged my boyfriend. I swear the room went silent. I was pissed. I asked if I could speak with her privately, and we went into my bedroom. I asked why she chose the costume because she knew the details of the joint costume between my boyfriend and I. She said she didn't see the big deal and thought it would be a better group costume. I told her I didn't think it was funny and I would prefer that she change. I offered her a witch costume that she could borrow for the night. She turned red and started to yell that I don't get to control what she wears. I told her that she was disrespecting my relationship by insinuating, all fucked up, that my boyfriend and her have sex. She kept screaming about how it was funny and I needed to lighten up. I ended up asking her to leave. She stormed out of the house and I returned to the party. But the mood had shifted, but the night felt ruined. My boyfriend agrees that she crossed the line and is planning on cutting her off completely. But a few of our friends are saying that I was being dramatic and I should let her stay. I guess I'm just wondering, am I the asshole?
No. As a guy in a relationship, this is not okay.
Yeah,
Like
that
if
would be out of pocket.
it's just so bad. Like if it's like your boy, it's so her boyfriend.
Brian, you're getting staticky. You're getting staticky. You're getting staticky. Can let's wait it. Yeah, it's like staticky right now. Don't worry, guys. This will not be cut off. This will all still be staying because here at Recline and Unwind, we keep it all in, unless there we need to cut more things off. But we keep it all in because we're cool like that. Brian, try to say what you were saying as someone in a relationship.
Yeah, some relationship of drama relationship. Hear me?
Now I can. I think.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I like for some relationship causes a lot of unnecessary drama,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no point going with that costume. Honestly, like she that you literally saw friends with her like, oh, you should just let her stay. No, the heck? So it can be like an awkward atmosphere. There's not a
Yeah.
party.
No, especially like I feel like what makes it worse here is the fact that she explained it to her that that's what the costume means, and you
Mhm.
still come in as a pumpkin. Like the friend I guess is trying to be funny or whatever, but it doesn't it doesn't match. Like that's out of pocket. It's that kind of costume for a reason, and insinuating that you do have like that's the whole point. Pumpkin, but Peter, pumpkin eater. You're eating the pumpkin. We all know what that means. We're all grown. I hope that everyone that is listening to this is grown. Um, but especially no, yeah. And then someone else comes in as a pumpkin. Like that's really out of pocket. Like it's uncalled for.
Yeah, that's asking for trouble.
That's for problems. Yeah, it made it awkward. And I think the friend is definitely the asshole because she said it was just funny and lighten up. You could have just put the witch costume on to make everything less like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're wearing just that in the story. He offered a solution, and it was a very good solution too. Like she's like, "Hey, you made it weird, but it's fine. Put on this costume, and we'll just be bygones, be bygones."
yeah,
She off and like started saying, "You're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna wear," and it's just like, but that doesn't. No, I'm not trying to tell you what to wear. I'm telling you,
exactly.
You're. That's it.
Yeah, she crossed the line for sure. Definitely not the asshole here. Yeah, especially because she offered a solution. I feel like that's where a lot of it. Wait, that's when I was watching it here. Okay. Um. Okay. If you hadn't told her what you were wearing, it would be different. She was either one, thinking it was funny to imply your boyfriend cheats with her. Two, trying to show he and others will pick her side. Three, trying to cause problems in your relationship with your boyfriend and your friends. For her to refuse another costume, get angry that you were annoyed, and raise her voice so that others can be drawn into the drama shows it was a plan. And she didn't care that it was disrespectful and inappropriate. I doubt the people who are saying it's not a big deal would be happy if she called them that night before she showed up in the same costume, would be annoyed. More so if it was it's a couple's costume. That's what it is. Even when it's not a costume, to call and say, even when it's not a costume, to call and say what you're wearing tomorrow and then showing up with the same outfit to an event is rude. She also said she was trying to put. I think she was telling the boyfriend in not so subtle way that he can get with her. I guess, not the ass. She did it on purpose and was testing to see what she can get away with. She found out she couldn't get away with anything. Some girl best friends don't actually want the guy, but want to prove themselves that they can get him if they want. She seems like one of those people. If she was yelling at you at your own party, then you were justified for asking her to leave. Not the asshole. Yeah. Good, your boyfriend's cutting her
Yeah.
off. So the boyfriend cutting her off completely, I'm not too sure, but definitely telling her like, yo, like you fucked up. Like this is super uncalled for. Don't do this shit again. She knew what she was doing. She even lied to you about it. She either has feelings for him or she wanted to be the center of attention that night. Not the asshole. She did it on purpose. I agree.
I mean, the boyfriend cutting her off, I feel like that's like it's a given, you know? Because
You
like
cutting.
if it was up to me, like I would have definitely cut off anyone who did that shit. Because that's like that's a fucking bomb waiting to happen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just if you keep being in like a sort of friendship with this person, eventually she's gonna try something, and then you're not gonna. You're
True.
gonna be able to stop it or not. So
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
like having to cut her off is just just protocol at this point.
That's true. Yeah, this part. You politely gave her a chance to correct her mistake, and she blew it by yelling and refusing to acknowledge your emotions as valid.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice. Um, this is the last one. Let's do one last one. Am I the asshole for buying my son a Am I the asshole for buying my son a Halloween costume? This one should be pretty quick. Now why would you be the asshole for doing that? I, 34 female, and my husband, 35 male, have a 5-year-old son together. My husband was raised in a family where boys play with cars and girls with dolls. Son has son has a huge obsession with unicorns and asked if he can go as a unicorn for Halloween. My husband told him no and would take him shopping for a boy costume. I found one in his size and wrapped the costume up to surprise him. I gave it to him after school and he immediately went to put it on. My husband looks at me and tells me that I'm trying to change our son to be girly and should have bought him the Spider-Man and Superman costume. This incident happened over the weekend and my husband is still fuming over it. Am I the asshole for buying a Halloween costume?
Nah.
Nope. Nope.
Nah.
The husband is, because he's trying.
The husband's the asshole.
He's trying to raise his son. I mean, I guess everyone has their children, right? But they're kids. They want to dress up as a unicorn. Let them dress up as a unicorn, and they'll grow up. They'll look back if they end up not agreeing with what they did as a kid, and they'll find that out in the future. But let them be happy as their kids.
Okay with it. Exactly.
Yeah, let them be
There's
happy.
no. Like I don't see why her husband was arguing about this honestly, because like, if you're, it sounds like no wait, it sounds like he's a homophobe.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like because it's making him his son girly. So here it says, not the asshole. Your husband is upset over a child's Halloween costume because he's convinced it will make your son gay. Your son is 5 years old. Nobody should be thinking that hard about the sexuality of a child. Your husband sounds insecure and homophobic. What will your husband do if your son does come out gay years from now, or if your son is not straight? And he will forever be concerned about sharing his interest with his dad because his scared dad will say they're gay interests. He's 5. Why can't he be a unicorn? That's exactly. There's nothing wrong with being a unicorn. Well, she's not the asshole, but her husband is for sure. Because that was fucked up. I don't agree with that.
That was wild. That last one was wild.
Yeah, it's super like they have such a old school mindset, man, that like if the kid wants to dress up as a unicorn, let him dress up as a unicorn, you know? There's nothing wrong with it. They're not hurting nobody. Oh, that's they're going around poking people in the eye with the horn, and all right, you know?
Bruh.
But
I'm like, you know what? That kid's kind of smart.
Yeah.
Got protection.
Maybe his dad will probably be like, "Oh my God, look, he really isn't girly. He's hurting people." And it's just not. It shouldn't get to that point. But it's definitely not something. He was the asshole. Let the kid be. They're young. They want to do something when they're young. Let them do it. Because it's not gonna happen again. You know.
Like the other post, he's 5. He's never gonna.
Exactly. He's not gonna be a kid again. The girl was 16. She wanted to do it out with her friend. Now she's not gonna get that time to do it anymore. which kind of sucks. Yeah, I would be tight. Now my parents let me dress up as whatever I wanted, but I never really chose something that they would question or whatever. But they let me do whatever, bro. Like they let me. I dressed up as Stitch this one year. I dressed up as
I was a pumpkin
as
for
a
like 4 years
dinosaur.
straight.
I remember,
That's the
yo,
costume I actually
I
liked.
still got pictures of you in that costume.
Bro, that costume's amazing. It was so comfortable. I slept in it. It was great. And then when like Halloween came around, I was like, yeah.
All ready to go.
And I grew out of it. And then I grew out of it and I was like,
Damn.
man.
Yeah, I remember you being
Onesies
the
are
pumpkin.
great though. Onesies are great.
Yeah. What are you gonna be for Halloween this year?
Me and Leslie are thinking about like she thinks she wants to be like do like a Pokemon costume kind of thing. Couple costume. Why what was that
I was
face?
like,
God damn.
lucky. But
Like,
that's so
whoa.
cool. That's dope.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be Snorlax. She might be Munchlax. I don't know.
Hey! My boy Munchlax back there.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
Because I'm taller than her, so I'm like the bigger version of her. It'd be funny.
Are you guys gonna go out for Halloween? Or are you gonna stay home?
Honestly, I have no idea. It depends on like what you guys do because like she said that she has a couple friends that would invite her to like Halloween parties and shit, and I'm down to go to them. I just don't want to be out so late.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys kind of like just like you guys know when to cut it off, and so I'm just like, you know what, 12 o'clock. All right, let's get out.
No, like I'll leave like at 1, 2, maybe. It all depends on how the parties are going.
No, you guys gonna be like, it's a dub. We're leaving. I'm like, I bet.
If it's a dub, I'm leaving. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Halloween is on a Tuesday.
Yeah, but like the week before, it's gonna be like
Maybe we can do
a
something on a
celebration
Friday.
thing.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do a quick Friday party around here. Or if there's any parties going on around the city, probably go to one of those. Quick. Nah. I mean,
Yikes.
Friday there's probably gonna be a couple of spots. We can go to eat. We can go eat and dress up as Halloween, like as whatever.
Yeah, everyone's just like whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
I forgot what Jess said he's Pokemon to like Embryon or some shit.
I think he does have an Umbreon onesie. I remember Richard had an
Yeah.
Umbreon onesie. I met up with him 2 years ago on Halloween after the parade, and he had it. It was really cool.
Man, stuff.
I'm hyped. We're in October, dude. It's almost Christmas. It's almost Thanksgiving.
Oh
I'm
man.
hyped. Your mic? Huh? I don't hear you now.
Hello?
Oh, now I do. That's odd.
There you go. My mic disconnected.
Gotcha.
I moved it down because it was like in the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it
And then,
disconnected.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna use this mic that I have like with the arm, but
Mhm.
like I realized it doesn't pick up. I mean, it picks up the noise, but this one, like the one I have down here, picks it up way better, and it sounds more crisp. So I'll put
Nice.
that to the side. But yeah, dude, this was fun. This was a fun episode because we got to read a whole
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of we got to read a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe we'll do this again because I know Jazz wanted to be on one of these before. I mean, not before.
Oh,
Wanted to
yeah.
be on one. So if we can find a lot more, they're gonna be fun, man. Be fun.
Well,
And-
there's a lot of like am I the assholes? Like
yeah,
there's some that have to do like with family drama. There's some that have to do with like
you cut off the static came in again on that last one. You said family trauma and the other one.
there's like there's family problems and there are community problems, school problems.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, it's wild.
it's insane. Maybe we'll do school because school started last month, for everyone here, and this is school season. Let's see what kind of things they got.
That's gonna
It
be
should be fun.
that's gonna be wild.
I'm excited because I know school has definitely changed than what it used to be when we were in school.
Oh, did you hear about the new grading system?
No.
Oh my god, bro, I gotta tell you this. The new grading system. Okay. So where is it? Okay, yeah, let me stream this. Okay, so the new grading scale is an A is 90 to 100, a B is 80 to 89, C 79, D 60 to 69, F is below 60, right?
Uh-huh.
The old one was F is below 70, D is 70 to 74, C is 74 to 80, B is 85 to 92, A is 93 to 100. They're
Oh.
dumbing down the grading scale for like the new students.
Uh-huh. That's odd. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, it's a terrible thing because like this, it's like saying it's like, oh, you got a 90, you got an A, congratulations. You got a little bit less than a 90, all right, but an A minus. You got a little bit less than that, it's a B plus.
Yeah.
You know,
They
before it was like anything above a 93, you have to. It was an A. You know.
they're gonna try less hard because they know that like an A is an A. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's fucking this shit. No, never mind. Freaking. There's an article about I lost it. I read it like a while. I read it like I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, where it's like they're the New York Post or something like that has to do with New York. They're saying that the new grading system makes it feel like their kids are gonna be dumber because when they get high grades, it's not gonna be like how the grades like we're used to,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be like the dumbed down version of them. You know, because before we used to have to take the SATs, the practice tests, what was it, the ES something? I forgot what it was.
The ELA.
ELA tests. Like there was some mad tests that we had to take when we were in the school year. Now all those are out.
I know. I heard they don't take a lot of those, and then the SATs are on a smaller scale now. The essay
Mm-hmm.
isn't required. There's a lot of things that aren't required anymore, dude. I don't like. I mean, look, for the kids, from the kids' perspective, definitely they're probably like, hell yeah, like we don't gotta work so hard. But for society, it's also gonna be like, bro, we're gonna have a lot of dumb kids.
We're gonna be stagnant. We're gonna be having kids like doing shit they don't know what they're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get to college, you're gonna see it's a completely different like world. They're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, this is actually serious. We needed to study more.
Mm-hmm.
We'll read
Man.
some Am I the Asshole stories for next week. Actually, I think that would be. I mean, for school stories.
Oh hell
This
yeah,
might be
that's
an
gonna
Am
be
I the
crazy.
Asshole season. You know, you never
Dude,
know.
that's gonna be wild. Freaking, am I the asshole? There's like so many. There's so many good ones there.
I know.
There's one that I saw on TikTok where I was like, am I the asshole?
Yo, you're going off on static again. Yeah. I think it is my internet though, cause as I'm like scrolling through this web page, to like look for more stuff for next week, it's like all white. So and
Oh, it's loud.
yeah. So we'll end it here. We'll end it here. Cause it seems like my internet is
Technical
trash.
issues.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
I'm telling you, just let me and Edgar go to your house, run an internet cable to through the
Pull
floor. It'd be
up,
great.
pull up. We'll take care of it. I need to fix everything here. But yeah, we'll end it there before any more technical difficulties come up. Uh welcome back to Recline and Unwind. We took a month off. I think that month off was needed. Season 2 might be a little shorter than season 1. It is mainly for the fall season. Fall season where a lot of us are busy. Um I know we're doing all of October, and I think we're gonna do special episodes in November, and then come December we go right into the winter season for Christmas and January, February. So it should be fun. But yeah, Recline Unwind is back, and Brian is lit to have you for this season,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
This is gonna be really fun.
Since we're doing the spooky thing, can we end it with like a spooky story?
We could try as long as there's no static. That's what I'm afraid of.
Okay. Oof. All right. So that'll make this a quick one. So basically, there's a time where I used to work at Applebee's. You remember the one in
Yeah,
Astoria?
throwback. Yes.
Okay, so I worked there with Sean, right?
Uh-huh.
And because Sean is the one who gave me the job, he would walk me home. We would be getting out like at 2, 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
and so he was like, "No, I don't like feel you feel safe like letting you go home alone. I have my bike. I can just take it to the work, and then we'll just go home together."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "All right, bet." And so one time, me and him we were walking home, and we get to the block 46th Street. You know how like the block like from the grocery store all the way back, that block gets like super dark.
On 46? On 46?
On the grocery store.
You mean that's on 43rd, I think. No? Where Food Bazaar is?
No, not Food Bazaar. The Sunnyside Grocery.
On 46, on 46, on
You
46.
remember
I'm trying to put
where I used to live?
yeah. Uh the one that's by the arch or by Orange
The
Skillman?
one by the bar.
The one by the freaking bar. Yes, the new one, right? The farmers market type thing.
Yeah, that.
I think, yeah.
So on that block, the lights used to not work.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do, but they used to not work at all.
Yeah,
Sean would be like, you know what, let's try going to a different way because there wasn't any lights, we couldn't really see,
yeah,
and it looked pretty dangerous. And so I was like, you know what, it'll be fine, don't worry about it. We start walking down that block, and then we hear like some static, and we look behind us, light turns on, and we see two people on that light,
yeah.
and we're like, what the fuck? And so we start walking like a little bit faster, and Sean is like, yo, dude, I think they're following us, and I'm like, what? A little bit closer.
Yeah.
Get a little bit. We're like okay, through this because it was a long block, and so we started walking. Eventually,
It's cutting off, Brian.
ah,
Go for it. I think I got you back.
like I said, really full on get to my house,
Mm-hmm.
and it just feels a block longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like stuck on the edges, bike on like house.
Dude, you're like dying on me. I'm trying to make up what you're saying, but you're dying on me. Oh, yeah, you're like all staticky, and I don't know what it is. My Wi-Fi is off on my phone, so nothing should be picking anything up. Okay, I think you're back for now.
So like I was saying, I'm on the. We're walking down the block, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we get to the point where these two guys are still following us,
Yeah.
and we're like, this is really fucking weird. The block feels like it's getting longer
Yeah.
than it usually is, and we're just like, when are we gonna get to the end of this block?
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually we're just on sprinting down the block, and we still don't get to the end. And he's like, get on the bike, we're gonna ride it out.
We're out
And
of
I was
here.
like, all right, bet. And so as I see like the two guys like look at each other, like they like both like turn their heads and they look like prospectively towards each other, and they start walking away. And like I'm like, that's so fucking weird. It was just like a dark figure. It looked like the dude had a suit on. I couldn't see the face. One of them had a hat. We were just like, nah, we're not dealing with that. And so I got when we started riding back, the block just got so short out of nowhere, and we just
Yeah.
like got to my house. It was wild.
That shit sounds scary. Oh,
It was terrifying. Like at 3:03 in the morning.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, yeah, you used to get out late.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, nah.
Oh, fuck that.
And I talked to Sean about it afterwards, and he's like, bro, that like, no, I'm sorry. We're taking a different path from now
Yeah.
on.
Hell yeah. Hell, dude, I'd be terrified. Oh my god. The fact that it felt longer, dude, you must have been terrified. You must have been
No,
scared as hell.
I was fucked up because I was like, this block is not that long.
Yeah.
I walked this block down with
Mm-hmm.
and then ended up being just like it just felt longer, and I was like, bro, what is this?
What's going on? Yeah. Fuck that. That might be in a couple weeks. We might do some of our scary stories. You never know. There's a lot going on Recline and Unwind. Today, season premiere or whatever. A lot of internet issues on my end. Definitely on my end, because on on my computer, everything was getting a little laggy. So definitely on my end. Hopefully we get that fixed by next week. Um, Brian, I think it's gonna be you and me for sure. We might have somebody on. We might have somebody on. I don't know who it will be yet, but we might have somebody on. Yeah. So Brian, thanks for joining me for this season. It's gonna be
No, B, I
fun,
got you.
and it's all, bro. After that, like conversation we had on the first podcast we had, first episode. Yeah, like we definitely gotta do this more often.
No, that's wild. I
Yeah,
mean, spooky season. I'm gonna see if I can find like some other scary stories from my past because I know like I have a lot.
I have a lot
Like there's a
too.
lot with the apartment. There's a lot with the apartment. There's a lot with memories that I have as a kid that I don't like really remember. You know
Mm-hmm.
how like you have like those hazy memories where you're like, I'm pretty sure I used to live here, or like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is what we used to do, and then like your parents are like, nah, it never happened.
Mm-hmm. I have one of this one day that I was with David and Johnny, but I'll bring that up
The next
on the
episode.
next episode or in 2 episodes. But definitely, that one was actually pretty creepy. But guys, thank you guys for tuning in for this week. Forgive me for all these technical difficulties on my end. I'm looking at my internet bars, dude. They are low. They're like at 1 on my computer, so
Yeah, that makes a lot of
yeah,
sense.
it's pretty bad right now. Or 2 actually. But hopefully we get that all fixed by the end of by the next episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week and happy spooky season.
Bye.
Peace.